If your cat shows you their belly, they're trying to tell you this. When your cat rolls over and shows you their belly, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's irresistible. But behind that soft, fluffy invitation, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you reach out and touch it, which most owners instinctively do, you could be breaking an offer of trust that took months to build. Let's start with the one thing most owners get completely wrong. 1. It was never an invitation. Your cat rolls onto their back, belly up, eyes soft. Every instinct you have says touch it. So you reach out, and suddenly you're getting clawed. Most people assume their cat is just unpredictable. But here's what most owners don't realize. You were never supposed to touch it. The belly roll is not a request. It's a display. In the wild, showing the stomach is the single most vulnerable thing a cat can do. Every vital organ, heart, lungs, intestines, is completely exposed. A cat that rolls onto its back in front of another animal is making the boldest possible statement. I trust you so completely that I will show you the one part of my body I cannot protect. That's not an invitation to pet. That's a declaration of safety. When your cat shows you their belly, they're saying you've earned a level of trust most cats reserve for no one, and the reach to touch it. To your cat, that's someone responding to an act of profound vulnerability with an unexpected grab. No wonder they swat. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. There is one specific moment when your cat shows their belly that means something entirely different. Something most owners will go their whole lives without understanding. I'll get to it at the end. And once you know, you'll never look at this behavior the same way again. 2. Your cat practiced this look just for you. Have you ever noticed your cat only does the full belly roll in front of certain people? Not strangers. Not the house guests. That's not coincidence. That's a decision they made about you specifically. Cats are meticulous observers. They spend weeks, sometimes months, quietly cataloging how the people around them behave. Are you loud? Do you make sudden movements? Did you ever reach for them when they didn't want to be touched? Every interaction gets filed away. The belly roll only appears after your cat has run those numbers and decided the result is safe. Completely, unconditionally safe. Researchers studying domestic cat behavior have found that cats display what's called open body postures, belly up, LIMBs, loose, no tension, almost exclusively with individuals they've identified as non-threatening over extended observation. It's not impulsive. It's earned. So when your cat flops in front of you and goes belly up, they're not being spontaneous. They're showing you the conclusion of a very long, very private audit they've been running on you. You passed. That's everything. And hey, if any of this is making you look at your cat differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. 3. The flop that happens right after you come home. Does your cat greet you at the door and then immediately throw themselves on the floor in front of you? That specific sequence, greeting followed instantly by belly up, is one of the most overlooked signals in cat behavior. Here's what's actually happening. When cats who are bonded reunite after time apart, they perform a ritualized greeting that includes rolling. Ethologists, scientists who study animal behavior, call this a social roll, and it's been documented in wild cat species as well as domestic ones. It signals, I recognized you. I'm not threatened. I'm glad you're back. Think about that for a second. Your cat could have just watched you walk in from across the room. Instead, they came to the door, waited for you, and performed one of the most physically vulnerable gestures in their entire behavioral vocabulary. Not because you fed them, not because they wanted something, because you came home. And for them, that matters. 4. Why they always pick the worst possible moment. Your cat chooses to do the belly roll when you're busy mid-email, carrying something halfway to the door, and it always feels like terrible timing. It's not. Cats are extraordinary readers of your energy and movement patterns. They know when you're distracted, stressed, or moving quickly, and that is precisely when they choose to roll. Here's why. A cat showing their belly in a moment of low pressure, when you're relaxed and paying attention, carries less weight. It's easy, but choosing that moment when you're rushing, when you're clearly occupied, that's your cat deliberately inserting themselves into your attention. University of Lincoln researchers studying cat-owner dynamics found that cats actively seek engagement at moments of transition when owners are moving between tasks, leaving rooms, or shifting their focus. The belly roll during those moments isn't accidental, it's strategic. Your cat is saying, even when you're somewhere else in your head, I want you to know I'm here. I'm safe. Come back to me. That's not neediness. That's love trying to reach you through the noise. 5. What to do instead of reaching for it. So if the belly isn't meant to be touched, what is the right response? The answer is simpler than you think, and once you start doing it, you'll notice a shift in how your cat behaves around you. When your cat shows their belly, respond in the language they're actually speaking. Don't reach, don't move toward them. Instead, slow blink. Lower your eyelids gently and hold for just a second, then look away. In cat language, you've just said, I see your trust. I'm not going to take advantage of it. I respect what you offered. Some cats, when you respond this way, will actually hold the belly up position longer. Some will make eye contact back. A few will roll toward you and press their side against you, an entirely voluntary form of contact on their terms. The difference in their reaction is immediate, and it's not magic. It's simply speaking back in a language that makes sense to them. You're not resisting an impulse to pet them. You're choosing connection over instinct. And that distinction is one your cat will remember. 6. The cats who never show their belly at all. Some cats never do it. You've had them for years. They clearly love you, but the full belly roll. Never. That doesn't mean something is wrong. It doesn't mean they trust you less. It means something happened to them before you. Cats who experienced early trauma, interrupted socialization, or inconsistent handling often learn to guard their vulnerability indefinitely. Not because of anything you've done, but because their nervous system formed around the rule. Full exposure is not safe. That rule gets wired in early, and it doesn't always unwire on its own. These cats love differently, more sideways. A slow approach rather than a roll. A tail raised in greeting. A single paw placed quietly on your leg. All of it means the same thing the belly roll means. I trust you, expressed through the particular language their early life taught them was safe. If your cat has never shown you their belly, look at what they do instead, because they are almost certainly saying the same thing. They just need a different door to say it through. 7. The one belly show that has nothing to do with you. Remember at the beginning when I said there's one specific moment your cat shows their belly that means something entirely different? This is it. There's a version of the belly roll that happens when your cat is alone, when they think no one is watching. You catch them stretched out in a patch of sunlight, fully exposed. Completely still, not performing for anyone, not asking for anything, just existing. In that moment, your cat is not communicating with you. They're communicating with their environment. They are so safe, so certain that their world contains nothing to fear, that they've let every defense drop simultaneously, with no audience and no reward. Behaviorists call this a comfort rest, but what it actually is proof. Because your cat's sense of safety doesn't come from a specific moment of attention, it's ambient. It lives in the temperature of the room, the quiet of the house, the familiar smell of everything around them. It lives in the life you've built for them without even knowing you were building it. That unguarded moment in the sunlight, when they don't know you're watching, when they're not showing you anything, when they're simply at rest. That's the truest measure of how safe they feel in the world you gave them. You didn't have to earn that one. You already did.